Hi, this is Bree Walls, and I'm going to talk to you today about WeVideo. WeVideo is a browser-based tool that also has an accompanying mobile app. Users can create videos on any topic they choose using built-in media such as images, video, and audio. So first off, why WeVideo? The highest order of Bloom's taxonomy asks students to create their own original work. Learners are to take what they've discovered, break it into pieces, and build it back up into something completely new. WeVideo offers a creative and personalized way to do that by giving the tools and materials to make something new. WeVideo offers the supplies, but learners are the builders. WeVideo is just a tool, and it's versatile, so it can be applied to many different content areas and levels. My suggestion would be to use the tool with middle or high school students, but it can be adapted to be appropriate for elementary school students depending on the class, content, and scaffolding. Because this tool can be applied to such a wide range of students, the exact lesson or project will really determine the state standards that apply. However, as students will likely be expected to write and narrate their video at least in part, the following state standards will apply to almost any assignment. As you can see, there are writing and speaking standards up on the screen. I've bolded the main ideas for each of these. For one of the writing standards, it's important that students convey ideas, concepts, and information through the selection, organization, and analysis of relevant content. Another writing goal is that the writing will be clear and coherent. And finally, a speaking goal is that students will be able to have adequate volume and clear pronunciation. In addition, WeVideo supports the ISTE standards for students as well. Particularly Standard 6, which describes using digital tools to help students become creative communicators. It very closely meets the goals of 6A, 6B, and 6C, where students are to use appropriate platforms and tools for meeting their objectives. They are to create original works or responsibly repurpose or remix digital resources. And they are to communicate complex ideas clearly and effectively. No matter the learner or project, to use WeVideo, learners must first log on to the website. So when you arrive on the WeVideo website, you are going to click the Logout button up here in the upper right-hand corner. If students or staff have a Google account or an Office 365 account, they can sign in that way. Otherwise, they can just use an email address. Some school systems may provide a paid version of WeVideo, which offers more media selections for creators and allows for better export options. Either way, the only main difference between the main and free versions will be the presence of a watermark in the free version that is not present in the paid. When you enter the website, you will have a dashboard that will show the projects you have worked on. Here are mine. You can either start here or you can go up to the Projects tab. Here, you can create a file folder that will store and organize all your media and materials for a particular assignment. This is not a necessary step, but it does help keep things in order. Once that is done, you can create a presentation. You can go back to Dashboard and click Create New. There are some templates you can work from, but honestly, they're better samples than actual templates. I always start with a blank presentation and go from there. Once you start the presentation, you're actually taken to the page where you will make the video. The website will automatically save your work in the same way that Google Docs does, so you don't have to worry about the app crashing and losing all of your work. There are three major areas here on the screen. Here on the right is the preview window. This will allow you to see all of your work so far. Here on the left is where you'll find the media and tiles to pull down into your workspace. This workspace here looks like a big timeline. You can move clips where you want them anywhere in your space. You can swap their order, you can move them from one side to another. It really is up to you. It's best to move chronologically through your project because the timeline can become cumbersome to move as it gets too long. That's another reason you are going to want to have a script when you begin working on the video, and you should have your students make one as well. These different icons here at the top are where you can find the visuals and audio for your video. This star is the shortcut to the search function. WeVideo gives access to thousands of royalty-free images, videos, and audio, so you and your students do not have to worry about copyright violations. You put your search term in here. I'm going to pick a rainbow. I want to see that right now. And you can narrow your search with two different sets of filters. You can either narrow it by one media type or several media types. Once you are here, you can click on different tiles and it will preview over here in this window. This is very useful so you don't have to pull down and put a new tile up every time you want to see what is going on. The folder up here is where you access the project folder you created on the logon page, and you can easily get to the materials that you want. As you can see in this, I have audio recordings, I have videos, I have images. It's much easier than searching around in any other place. The A tile up here is for text and titles. There are ones that move and ones that are static. You can click on a title to see how they move. And once you drag it into your timeline, you can adjust the way what the words are and where they will sit on the screen. For example, in one of mine, here's what one of my texts looks like on top of a picture. And let's see if I can get this to move up here. Here we go. I can have them appear. So, collectively, all of these guys are known as the fan boys. I can have them appear at different times. Next, transitions, which can help with the flow of your presentation. Again, you can see how they function. The music note here is for different audio. This includes both sound effects and songs. You can preview these as well. And last but not least, this image right here, this is graphics. This is really good for background images and filler pages. When you work on a video, it is very easy to place and edit your clips. When you hover over a clip, you have to select it, you get this double-ended arrow. You can use it to extend or to shorten your clip. You can extend tiles and pictures, but usually not videos or audio. You can also use this scissors key up here to split a clip in half if it's too long to shorten with the arrow. Image placement and audio placement is key within WeVideo. Images and audio can be placed on top of one another to make interesting effects, but this does take some practice. On the left here, you'll see different areas for videos. The higher a channel is to the top, the higher it will be in terms of layering. So anything in video 14 will be on top of video 13, which will both be on top of video 12, and so on. Once general placement is done, you can record narration and voiceovers. Go back to the folder and click on this microphone. You are taken to a recording page. Here you can either preview your clips as you watch in case you need to match timing, or you can just press this button and record and add images later. These files are saved within the project files you established before. The red circle can activate your webcam and record your video as well as your audio. These are the basics of WeVideo, and with them you can make videos as simple or as sophisticated as you want. When you are finished, watch it through one more time and then press Finish. A pop-up will ask you for a title, and this is what your file will be named. Since I have the paid version through Howard County Public School Systems, I can export my video into HD resolution. But in any version, you can export it to your Google Drive or Office 360. It will take a few minutes for the video to render and export, but you do not have to be on the site as it does so. So that's WeVideo. While it may seem like there's a lot going on, once you get into the groove, it's actually quite intuitive. To recap, WeVideo is a video editing software with built-in media and the capability to add your own. There are 3 main areas to manipulate and view your media, which includes audio, visual, and text. When you are done, hit Finish and export your file. I hope that you will find a use for WeVideo in your classroom. See you next time!